Welcome to WineWire, everyone, and welcome to the place where you can find wines you only find in restaurants. Speaking of restaurants, and speaking of Valentine's Day, we are here at Ascari Enoteca with Svetlana, Atcheva, and I pronounced that correctly.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. This is the second of our Valentine's Day special episodes, and I am so happy to be here with Svetlana at Ascari. We are going to be tasting a couple of wines that are a little bit more feminine, a little softer.
Absolutely.
A little bit more, gentler. Exactly. We have two great wines for you. We have one from Beaujolais, and it may not be the Beaujolais you're thinking of, and one from Piemonte. Why don't we get started?
Absolutely. The first one we had is a beautiful, beautiful Moulin Blanc from Christophe Bacalet 2011.
Put it right in here so everyone can see.
At 13% alcohol and an absolutely incredible value for $29.30. It's a wine that we feel very passionate about here at Ascari. It's been one of our gentle yet very serious gems.
Well, listen, this wine is not the Beaujolais that you're thinking of. It is definitely not Beaujolais Nouveau. This is a serious Beaujolais made by a very serious winemaker. Christophe Paquet really is someone that you know because, so, great grower?
Great grower with intentions of incredible purity, honoring the great Gamay, which this bottle actually is a very good example showing what Gamay is capable of. Beautiful fruit, lots of substance and essence to the palate, lots of freshness. I love it.
Well, you can tell we have no spit cups today because we're definitely swallowing this wine. But this is an amazing Beaujolais. Lots of strawberry notes, lots of earthy notes. There's a lot going on here, and quite frankly, as Svetlana will definitely agree, actually, we talked about this before we started shooting, Cru Beaujolais is probably one of the best values out there. And this one in particular, coming from a fantastic grape grower, now winemaker, is one of those ones that really stands above the pack.
Absolutely. I cannot accentuate enough how great of a deal that is at $29. And when you smell this wine, it does feel like being struck by a fruit lightning. And then you expect like a little bit more simplicity out of it, but then it comes through on your palate and it's got everything you want from a wine.
It's the only thing I ever wanted for Valentine's Day, to be struck by fruit lightning. Well, let's move on to the second wine because this is actually a really, really interesting wine from Piemonte.
And very, very appropriate for today's episode.
Absolutely. So why don't you give the introduction?
Perfect. So it is called Bassadone, which, as I said appropriately enough, means lady kisser. 100% Pella Verga, which is an indigenous grape from Piemonte in Italy, from another incredible producer, Castello di Verduno, at 13.5% alcohol, and yet you would never know it. And another incredible value at $29.50 or something like that.
Well, this is a very, very, I'm going to use the word sensual. I think it's appropriate for this episode. Incredibly floral. Notes of red fruit, red cherry, but just a very elegant, soft wine, and has a lot offering on the nose. But what's going on in the palate?
For me, the palate's got, I always say, like, even when you look at the color, you don't know what to expect because it's so translucent and very captivating. The wine engages you with its originality, but then the palate's got this wonderful gentleness again about it, spice, fruit, freshness. It's, I think the wine list here says that it doesn't shout but whisper.
It doesn't shout. Absolutely. And you know something, sometimes it's better to whisper than it is to shout.
Absolutely.
Yes. I'm not going to touch that one. If we go too far on that comment, it's going to get awkward. There is actually a story behind this wine, and it has a lot to do with the reason why it's here at Ascari. John Sinopoli, who is the co-owner and the chef here at Ascari, really has a personal connection to this wine. He was in Italy about 5 years ago at the winery itself, and realized that this wine and the food that he ate at that winery really are a magical, magical pair. And he's done this. He's recreated that same dish he tasted in the winery here at Ascari. And Joe, why don't you come on in And we'll introduce you. So this is John. Perfect.
Hello, WineWire.
Perfect. And as always, I love being fed when I come to do videos at restaurants. So John, please tell us a little bit about the dish and kind of about...
For sure. So this is tagliatelle confegatini. It's basically handmade egg pasta with chicken livers, sage, and here we do a little bit of cream of Madeira to add a little sweetness, and it's a really beautiful combination. And like I said, I ate this at the winery, made by the nonnas there with the basadone, and like you said, magical combination. And it's really an example of things that are greater than the sum of its parts.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you said that because I would have messed up that line completely. So I'm going to give it a try. I have no problem eating on camera. I'm not supposed to do this.
But I'm going to give the wine a taste.
That's super delicious. It's got a real kind of a saline taste to it, like a saltiness to it, but there's a lot of flavor, a lot of earthy flavor in it.
This is the kind of profile typical to Piemonte, where it's earthy and rustic without losing a shred of elegance. It's such an elegant region in all the flavor profiles when it comes to wine and food. And I think this is a perfect combination. It's so simple, pasta and chicken livers.
Absolutely.
And just how amazing when you have the right glass and the right plate, and it just comes together with some. It's
magic.
It's elegant.
It's Valentine's.
It's Valentine's Day. That's right. It's love.
It is love. It's love of food, and love of wine, and love of people, and really that's all I got to say. But you always get the last words, Svetlana. So.
Well, talking about love of people, I want to give a big shout out to the champion, Nelson Abreu, who we love here very much, and I also like to claim a little bit of credit for his win, because we spent a lot of time in the afternoon drinking tea and discussing talent.
Absolutely.
So, cheers, Nelson.
Cheers, Nelson.
And guys, thank you so much for joining us. So we have a great show for you in the next couple of days. Again, we're here at Ascari Enoteca. Come in, say hello to John, say hello to Svetlana, and we will see you in a couple more days with a brand new episode.